Welcome back to Tegafate Up. In this video, we are going to look at some HTML basic examples. If you are just starting with web development, this is the perfect place to begin. We cover HTML documents, the document declaration, heading, paragraph, links, and images. By the end of this video, you will learn how to build the foundation of any web pages. In the last tutorial, we talk about HTML editor where I recommend Virtual Studio Code for us. So in this video, I'll be using the Virtual Studio Code. If you don't have it on your computer, go ahead and go to this website and download it. Don't worry, I will include the link in under this video description so you can get it through there. And if you don't get it there, you can just go to Google and download it from the internet. So let's continue. Now, every web page starts with an HTML document. Think of it as the skeleton of your website. Yes, I've mentioned something like this in our previous video, maybe the first section. I make mention of HTML is skeleton, like structure of a particular website. For example, as you can see, this is not something I've been showing us all this. It has been a while, but today I'll be showing us how we can place it in our virtual studio code. So let me give you guys an example. Let me copy this out. So I've copied it now. So let's go. Now, I've created my, let me close this tab for you guys not to confuse. Now, you see, this is a folder, HTML tutorial files. So inside this folder, I can create a new file. I can name it index.html. But based on I've already have it on my PC, I can just go straight to the file. So if you are creating your own, open a folder on your Virtual Studio Code, then create a file, name it index.html. If you don't know how to do that, you can easily go to our previous video. I will tag it also into this video description so you can just go there and learn how you can create your first HTML document. So now let's type in what I just written. In this our text editor, we have something we call angle brackets. This you can see it has already bring it out. That's the usefulness of using all these text editor because they know what you want to write. Immediately you create a file, they will make the coding aspect to be easy for us to do. So now this we have declared that this is a HTML document for any type of browser. They will read it. They know this is coming from HTML5 based on our my last explanation on doc declaration. This will appear on only once in your code in your HTML files. Yes, it appear only once. So don't worry. This just I will just let me proceed. So now follow after this we have something we called angle bracket HTML. HTML, as you can see, this will close the tab. If I do it this way, close it, then go. After this, we have something we called head. That's where you pass your information about your website so the browser can everything. They will be able to read it. So let me just go ahead, head, close it. Then let me leave it this way. Then we have something after head, we have body. This is the head of our website, and we have body. That body will contain everything about our website. Any information that you want to pass, it will contain it. Yes, the body have it all. That's it. Now, if I open this in my browser, you will find nothing. So let me just open it here. Let me use my live server to open it so we can see. As you can see now, the browser has already been loaded. So we don't find anything there. It's blank. Yes. So I will just put a title so you guys will see now. Let me add a title tag. We have a title tag. That's it. So let's close it. Then first I'm writing my first HTML page So now, if I go back to the browser now, if I go back to this place, you will see something is different here. You will see. Let me just as you can see, I have my first HTML page. So now let's proceed. Now let me put some heading here. So hello, what? Before we don't have anything like any text in our text in our browser. Immediately we open the document on our browser locally. So we have it here. Hello world. That is the content that we want to display will be inside our body. Everything will be inside our body. But if you don't want any content to be visible to your user, maybe you want it to be on the head of the website, maybe this hello world, I can just put it. Let me write it here. Okay, let me just put it here. Let me use this one. Put it here. You see something is different there. So can you see? We have first HTML page, hello world. The hello world is not here anymore. So now let's continue. So after this, then we add a paragraph. P tag. That's when we add the paragraph. That one is just a paragraph. Um, Maybe you are writing something and you add a full stop. You want to start a new paragraph. That's the work of P. So this is my first HTML page have been saved. So let's go. You can see it's here already. So now that's it about this example I'm giving us. You see, that's what I write there. There's no any difference. So now that's this basic example of it. So the HTML tags wrap the entire pages. The head contain information about the page and the body hold everything that will be visible to users. Like what I said earlier, that HTML tags wrap everything together. We call it a website. Inside the HTML, we have head. That's where the information about our website is. Inside the HTML, we have something we called body. That's where the information that we want to pass to our users, like the content that we want it to be visible to your users. That okay, this is the content I want it to be visible to users. That's where the content are. So the doc type declaration, yes, at the very top you will always see a doc type. Yes, you will see something like this. If you see something like this on the website, for example, you see these websites are open here. Let me use this side. So right click, then inspect, for you to know that every HTML5 starts with doc type. As you can see, you see this now, they start with doc type. So now if I now come back to this place, if I inspect it again, just like what I did here, you will see it there also. Can you see? Doc type is we call it a declaration, document declaration. This is not a tag, yes, but a declaration. It tells the browser that the document is written in HTML5, which is the current standard. Without it, browser might not display your page correctly. Yes, if you don't have it on your page, it might not display your page correctly. You might be wondering what's going on. No, nothing is wrong. You are the one that didn't apply what you need to apply. Okay, so and now we are done with HTML document declaration. That's it for this document declaration. Now we are moving to HTML heading. When we are talking about headings help organize your content. Yes, it helps you to organize your content. HTML has 6 levels of heading. Yes, they have 6 levels of heading. One is H1 to H6. Yes, we call it heading 1 and heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6. So instead of writing heading, we could just name it H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Yes, I will show you the example of this heading. So let me copy this out and let's go back to our browser, our text editor. Let me clear this. So let me paste. Let me bring this back to you. Okay. We have our heading, then we have another H4, H4, smaller heading, H5, smaller heading, H6, smaller heading. So you see what we write here, you will see the difference if I open it in the browser right now. So let me check my browser. You know, this what I'm doing now, I've already had something we called auto saving. Yes, if you don't set your virtual studio code to auto save, you need to click on control S or click on save any corner around here. So now let me just let me go to the browser so you see now. You see now. This is what we call main heading and subheading, smaller heading. As you can see, they are bigger in size more than each other. This is the biggest, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, this is the fifth, this is the sixth. As you can see them, they come by different sizes. Not they are not equal in size. So that's the difference between heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. If you want to start your heading sometimes, in terms of SEO, they really help if you arrange it together, like you arrange it one after the other, just for the SEO to recognize your website that this is an SEO optimized pages. So with this heading, with this heading, okay, the H1 is usually the title of the pages. Yes, it's usually the title of the page. While H2, H3, and so on are like H2, H3, H4, H5 till H6 are for subsection. Maybe you have an heading, something like this. This is an heading. Download virtual studio code. This is an heading of the website. Yes. All these that you are seeing, they are subheading. Most time they are subheading. So they are subheading. Using heading correctly is also important for SEO. Yes, in terms of using your SEO, something like that, they are very okay if you apply it correctly. So now we'll be moving to paragraph. Yes, HTML paragraph. To write normal text, we use the p tag. Yes, in HTML, there's something we call p tag. That's paragraph. Create a new paragraph. You are telling the HTML that create a new paragraph. If you are writing something and you want to start a new paragraph, if you apply a tag p, you close the first one and you open another one, you close it, then you put your text. That's when a new paragraph will be written. So example, I will just show you an example here now. Let me show you an example. Let me copy this out then. We are going to learn a lot in this video. So just calm yourself down. You see what I'm saying now. You see what I'm saying. So let me go back to the browser. As you can see, it's going to load. Yes. Have you seen? Yes. That's it. This is the first paragraph. This is another paragraph of text. For example, if I'm writing something here, okay, this is the first paragraph. In this video, we are going to learn more with that, with what I did, if you are writing on a normal, maybe you are writing your notepad or you are writing something, if you press enter, it will give it another paragraph. You are starting a new line. That you are telling that I'm stopping from there. You are starting a new line. With what I did here, if I open the browser, you guys will know what I'm trying to say. As you can see, this is the first paragraph. In my coding area, like in my virtual studio code, I come, maybe I open a new paragraph using my enter to come to a new paragraph. But when the HTML want to read the content out for me, bring it out for me, it bring it together. Because the reason why it happened like this is because, let me show you. It because you see this P, this one. Let me clean it, and this one, let me clean it. You will see there's no the difference between what I did now. You will see what I mean. You see everything is now in one line. Yes, because they are inside one P tag. We open it and we close it. So don't forget, if you are trying to add a paragraph to your text, maybe your content, make sure you close where you want the new paragraph to be started and open it. Close when you start it, make sure you close it and start and close the tag. Don't forget. So that's that about P tags in HTML, paragraph in HTML. So now we are moving on to the next, what our next, which is HTML links. Yes, in the beginning of this video, I told us we are going to learn document declaration, HTML heading, HTML paragraph, HTML links, and HTML images. So now we are now in HTML links. Links make the web. Yes, links make the web. Yes. Well, the web in HTML, links are created with tag A. We have tag P and we have tag A. A creates links, but with the A tags, we create a link, but without including an attribute, because we have HTML attribute. In the next tutorial, maybe in the future tutorial, I will explain everything about HTML attributes. I will teach us that. So the attribute will be the one to have what we want the link to do. For example, let me show us. Let me show you now. So I'm cleaning all this. Okay. So here we have A tags. Don't let it be like copying and paste. This is it. There's something we call open angle bracket A, then close it. So now inside this, we are going to put maybe click me. Have you seen it? If I go to the browser, if I go to the browser, it's going to appear. Click me, but nothing happen. Click me, nothing happen. Yes, nothing will happen because we don't include any attribute to it. So the attribute goes in here. We call it href. We call it href. Enter. So inside this attribute, we can include any links. We have different kind of links. We have external links and internal links. You can include your external links, a link to another website. You can include internal link, a link to another page inside your website. So you understand? So let me include here an internal link first. So this is just a normal link whereby if I click me, it will refresh the page. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's see. So now, as you can see, something has changed. When I come here the last time, it doesn't appear like a link. Let me can you see? Now if I click on this, you see I got a refresh. So let me now link it to an external link, which is the one I have here. So let me just go straight and uncomment it. So you will see visit Google, and it's going to take us to Google. For sure, yes, it's going to take us. Can you see visit Google? If I click on visit Google, it will go to Google. Can you see? I'm in Google now. That's what I asked the A tags and the attribute I inserted to do. And if you want the link to open in a new tab, there's another attribute that we called um targets. This target, that's where you add a blank. Maybe you add anything here. So this is a blank. It will open a new tag automatically. So now if I now come here and I click on the visit Google, you see it will open a new tab. Can you see? So that's that about what's it called? HTML links. So I'm going to show us the next thing that we need to learn inside this video. Now, there's an explanation here. The href attribute define the destination. Yes, like what I said earlier, where you want your website to land, maybe the link you inserted, where you want it to go. The href will declare it. It's going to have it. So immediately a user click on it, they will go to the link. So you can link to external websites or to other page within your site, like what I said earlier. We have external link and internal link. Internal link is the link within your website, and external link is the link to another website. So let's move on to HTML images. So finally, we are here. Based on what I told us in the beginning of this video, I said we are going to learn HTML document declaration, HTML heading, HTML paragraph, and HTML links and HTML image. Finally, we are at the HTML images. Let's add an image. For this, we use the image tags. As you can see, this is the tag that we use. If you want to add image to your website, this is the tag that we use most. This is the tag for it. For example, we have image tags. We have an attribute called src, which is source. That's where it get the source. We have the information that we needed to display to users. So, and we have author. This author test like author test. This also work in like here is a source. Here src is the path to the image file. Yes, it's the path to the image file. And author provide alternative test if the image cannot load. Adding author test is also important for accessibility and SEO. So that's author test will be is very important, and it will be easy to accessible even if your images are not visible in the web or on your browser. This author test will display. I will show you the example now. So let me see. Let me just go straight to my uh okay, let me clear this. So one thing that we need to do now is we have an image tags, then I call it out. It come with source and author text. So the source, this source we have the main images, but for now let me clean this. Let me clean this. So with this author text, we can insert anything. Let me just say we have first HTML page. So if I save this and I go back to my browser, let me say, oh, sorry, it's a mistake. If I go back to my browser, you will see I have my first HTML page without any images. Why? Because that's the author text. That's the author text I incited. So even though the browser cannot let me say the browser cannot read your document. Maybe the document is very heavy and it cannot display it. This alter text, it will be easy for the um algorithm to read the text. Most time algorithm cannot view your image, but they can view the alter text for it to rank higher on Google or any search page. So with this, you will not find any images because I don't apply any image to the image. So now let me apply the image now. So CR source. Then I have my image here already. As you can see, I have my image here. This is a Shopify image. So I'm going to import it now to my HTML page. So I'm writing image, then I have it here. So you will see the difference now. You see the difference. You can see I have the image on my well page. Can you see? I have the image on my well page. Do you see the alter text? No, you will not see it. Only if I come to this body, this, and I click on the, yes, you can see the alter text here. It will not be visible to you. So that's it. So now you have we have in this video we have already covered what we called HTML document declaration, HTML heading, HTML paragraph, HTML images. We have learned something so far. So uh, and that's it. We have covered HTML documents, the doc declaration, heading, paragraphs, links, and images. These are the building blocks of every web page you will ever create. In the next video, we will continue exploring HTML and add even more features to our pages. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Tegafate Up for more coding tips and tutorial. Thank you.